Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Brianna, and today's video I am sharing what I chose to use for my planner for 2023. Now I want to start out with talking about what I am currently using, and then I will get into what I have chosen as my 2023 planner. So what I have in front of me is my Planner Perfect TN, my traveler's notebook in the size wide, and then my A5 plum paper homeschool planner. For a while, this system has worked. I mean, ever since we started homeschooling, I've had a separate homeschool planner. This year was the first year that I went down to a size A5. I was using the 8.5 by 11 from Erin Condren. The wide TN, I've loved it ever since I started using Planner Perfect. And so how I've been using my traveler's notebook is I would keep, let me move this one out of the way. I would keep my yearly planner, my monthly planner, and then I would have a journal and then another journal for like scripture and sermon notes and all of that. And I love having everything together. And then for my homeschool planner, I was using the plum paper homeschool planner, and you know, it was working for a while. I just stopped using it though. And so it made me think, why did I stop using it? Because my 8.5 by 11 planner, I always completed it. I always used it and finished it out. Now, so it got me thinking, like, what can I do to change up my system? And I have to tell you, thinking about switching up a planner in December for a January switch is something new for me. I was always used to like going along with the academic planner where come May, you're ordering your planner for the next year so you can use it in June or July. I would always get July starts, and that was always what I did. But I have to say, I'm kind of liking thinking about this right now and starting it in January. So like I said, I took the last few months to kind of just really think about what I wanted to do and what I wanted to use. And I was so excited when I figured out what I wanted to do. So let me show you. Let me put these to the side. And this is what I decided to switch to. This is Planner Perfect still. I cannot give up the traveler's notebook. It is just perfect for me, but I did switch to the A5 size. Now this leather is Cora, and if you have been following me for a while, you know that Cora is my absolute favorite. So I couldn't not start with Cora with my A5. That's what I started with wide, and I absolutely love it. Now, I took too long. Well, okay. I decided that I was gonna go with the A5 a few months ago, but then I kind of lagged on switching my subscription, so I missed the boat for the January sub box. I got the wide January sub box. I ended up selling it because I knew that I wasn't going to use wide and I wanted to use A5, so I ended up ordering my own books. Now, nothing is decorated, nothing is set up. This is just strictly to show you what I'm going to be using. So this is my 2023 yearly planner. I chose this tree, number one, because fall is my absolute favorite. And I felt like with all of the different colors, it would go with multiple months. So I absolutely love this tree. Now with the yearly planner, what you get is a monthly spread, and then in between each month, you get 4 blank pages before it turns into the next month. Now, my thought for this will be the monthly spread on here will have all of the things we need to do for that specific month. Appointments, gatherings, friends, school, all of it is just going to be like the main hub that I'm going to go to, and I'm going to know what's going on, vacations, everything. The pages in between, my last yearly book, I was using it as like notes. Here, let me grab it. I'll show you really quick. So how I was using it was, it was the main hub here, and then I was using it for like the inbox and just different holidays, things that I needed to remember, just anything I wanted to jot down. It was like my extra planner, and I can just jot down ideas in it. Now for this yearly planner though, how I'm going to use it is it's going to be my main homeschool, I want to say hub, but it's going to have the books that we've read. I am going to actually take out of my A5, I have this attendance record, and I'm going to take it out of my Plum paper and stick it in. I'm either going to put it right here in the front, or I'm going to put it in the way back and just have it on these pages so I can mark down our homeschool attendance records. For our state, all I have to keep a record of is attendance, and so having that in this book will be perfect. I also want to track on these pages the books that we've read, and each individual child, my readers, what they have read for each month. So it's this is going to be kind of like a record book, which is how I want to use it. So it's going to have the record of everything that we did for life and for homeschool, and then the record of what we've been doing, attendance, and all of that. So that's how I intend to use my yearly planner. Now this is the January month. I chose this cute little bird's nest, and I feel like it still had, I am looking at this as snow. January is still a cold month to me. We come up to the mountains often. We're actually in the mountains right now. If you've noticed like a different table or anything like that, I brought all of my planning things up here so that I could film this video, and I'm going to set up my January planner and all of the things. So I chose this. It has the cute plaid on it. And then I also got this journal. It is the mountains with the trees. It just, to me, fits perfectly together. Now for my January planner, I get the month spread, and honestly, I am not 100% sure how I'm going to use it. I was tracking meals, which was kind of nice to have it so that you can look back and see what you've eaten, and maybe you had something like 3 days ago and then you can't remember what you had, and you have a list. Because this time around, I'm not going to have a separate page for my menu. I was doing that. Let me grab this again to show you. I was doing that in these pages. So here is my month, and then I had a whole separate page for just my menu. And I'm going to eliminate that this time. I have more things that I need to track because, and I don't know if I made this clear, but maybe I didn't say it. I am completely eliminating my homeschool planner. So everything is going to be together. I'm going to have life and homeschool all in one TN. Now, that being said, with the whole separate menu page, I need to eliminate that because let me get into my thoughts. So the goals pages, I'm going to have one goals page for homeschool. Like that month, we need to zero in on such and such reading, or so-and-so is behind on math, and we need to really work on spelling, or just the goals that I want to focus on for homeschool is going to be one page. And then on the other page, it's going to be my personal goals. And usually you have 4 goals pages. This month we did not. And I mean, there's just one day on the first week that I'm going to be using. And so it's kind of perfect. They only provided one page, like one blank page, and then it goes into the next week. So my weekly spread is going to be the same. It's just going to be like my what's going on for the week, things I need to remember, my weather, and all of that. Then on my blank pages, my thought right now, and I'm going to give it a try for the first week and see what happens. Actually, probably not the first week. Let me look at my monthly calendar. Okay, so we are going to be in the mountains until January 6th. So I'm not going to be doing school up here. So my first week is going to look different than the second week. Come the second week, I'm going to utilize my pages, and I'll tell you how I'm going to do that, where I'm going to have 2 pages per day, but on one side is going to be like my personal things that I need to do and plan, and on the other side is going to be homeschool related, and I'm going to have a section for each child and what they need to get done for that day. Now we'll see if that all fits. If it doesn't, my plan is to do 1 page per day for 1 page per day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I should have enough pages extra and left over to have 1 page per child, because I have 4 children. But then I actually might, sorry, this is probably going to be so confusing without actually seeing it. So I'll have 1 page per each of my older children, and then I might split up the page between my 2 younger because they do not have as much stuff to do. And then the extra leftover page might be for my CC prep, because I did like having that in this planner. And then that would leave me with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so it would leave me with 1 extra blank page. So I have a lot of options, and I have a lot of ways to play around and tweak this, and it probably will take me a few weeks. So when I do like planner flip throughs and things, I can show you what I've been doing and how I've been using my pages, and they'll probably all look different each week until I get my rhythm and how I really want to utilize the pages. So that is my plan for my monthly plan book. I'm going to absolutely love having an A5 because it's a little bit bigger than the wide, and it gives me more room to write everything that I'm going to need to plan and keep track of. So I can't wait to dig into this and decorate it and use it how I want to use it. Now, I have an extra string here because I was keeping my faith journal in here, and I decided to have it separate. I know that I've been saying I love everything together, I want it all together, but I feel like with the faith journal, I ordered something that's going to last me all year for my sermon notes and writing the scripture out. And I'm going to do a separate video on that showing you what I ended up ordering, but I'm also very excited for that. So I'm going to keep that with my Bible, and so then I can just pull those 2 things out, and I don't need to worry about grabbing all of this. So what I'm going to use this journal for is kind of how I used my December journal, where it's going to be the month, and I'm just journaling and jotting down life. And I'm just going to have a collection of books, 12 books for 1 year of memories. And so it's not going to be as decorated as my December one. This is just going to be basic journaling, washi stickers. I might use some paper here and there. I'm going to print out my pictures and do all of that. So I ended up leaving this in here. I'm not sure. I usually take them out, but I just opened this and I never removed it Usually I keep my stickers back here, but since it is wider, I think my stickers might fit in the front now. But I can't wait to play in this and decorate it and just set up how I am going to use it and just move in. I am ready. But I do have this extra string. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. You know, Coco Daisy has those little inserts for memory keeping. I might throw that in there, but I might just leave it empty. I know that it won't be as chunky as my other ones since I've had 4 books in my wide, but this is also a bigger TN, so it might be nice not to have like a huge chunky one, even though I absolutely love that. So we'll see as the months go along and as the year goes. I will be tweaking things and just playing around with my TN. Well, I hope that you enjoyed hearing what I'm going to choose for 2023. It's not super exciting. I didn't make a huge switch. I feel like the main switch is moving to an A5 and completely eliminating my plum paper homeschool planner and trying to put it in all together. I am looking forward to filming more videos showing you my setup and doing a plan with me for the first week. I hope that you will stick around to watch those videos as well. As always, please leave any comments or questions below. I always enjoy reading everything that you guys have to write. And thank you so much for being here. I will see you all on my next video. Bye.